Hello, Nigerians. Hello, Africans. Hello, goodwill people across the world. This is your boy, Dr. 96, aka The Realist. It is my great pleasure and wonderful joy to come to here once again to express my view. This time around, I just want to reflect on just concluded election in Nigeria. I mean, the presidential election to be precise. I just want to dwell on the participation and the influence of Nigerian youth. I was watching a series of interviews conducted by freelance journalists days before the election on the perspective of Nigerian youths who they will prefer to vote for. It is so surprising that most of Nigerian youths, let me say about 90%, are demonstrating their willingness and their eagerness to vote for either Atiku or Buhari. This is so shocking. And the most surprising thing is that what most of them are giving as reason for them to be choosing to these individuals is just the fact that they have experience because they are old. This is completely a great shock to me. And that really made me to start revisiting the statement of President Muhammadu Buhari calling Nigerian youths lazy youths. Honestly speaking, if one should painstakingly and sincerely analyze the president's statements, the statement is nothing but fact. It is a real definition of Nigerian youth. It is a real reflection of Nigerian youth's mind. To me, I would say Nigerian youths are not only lazy mentally, they are wicked and malicious, and they are the enemies of their own progress. They are the enemies of their own progress. They don't really love themselves. They don't really want good things for themselves. And this manifests in a series of actions the youths are perpetrating to one another. The youths, Nigerian youths, are killing themselves all in the names of cultism. And this was not the reason for establishing these various cults in the 60s, when most of these cult groups were established on campuses in Nigeria. They were meant for healthy rivalry, healthy competition among themselves. Then various cult groups were competing in the campus for academic excellence, for academic success. Those cult groups were not designed to kill and maim as it is being done today. So that aside, Nigerian youths are truly lazy because most of them don't engage themselves in researching Nigeria history. They don't really understand the country they are living in. They don't understand the past history of Nigeria, and this is really sad. And that is reflection of laziness, most especially these days when they have access to electronic gadgets that will enable them to access internet at their doorsteps. Instead of using internet facilities positively, they are using it for dubious and wicked activities such as scamming, bullying themselves, which is so sad. If age should be the factors for selecting presidents these days, if Nigerians are saying someone in his late 40s, about to be 50, Sowore is 48, Fela Durotoye is in the same age range, Moghalu is close to 60. But Nigerians still prefer people who are old enough to be their grandfathers and their great-grandfathers, to take them to their promised land. This is stupidity of the highest order. This is like inflicting self-injury to oneself. People who could not even secure the present for your own parents, why have you chosen to entrust your future in their hands? This is completely barbaric, archaic, outdated, and it is uncalled for. The world is moving progressively. The world success rate is in arithmetic, is in geometric progression. The world is moving with the speed of light. Why are we choosing to be crawling like snail? It is really bad. It's so sad. Most of the countries of the world that are doing excellently well today, their youths were the agent of change. Their youths were the instruments for the positive revolution. But Nigerian youths, we are full of hatred for ourselves. Instead of us to work together as a united entity, we choose to discriminate and express deep hatred towards one another. I think this will not get us anywhere. This will not get us anywhere. However, Nigeria was at her peak performance in the 60s and in the 70s. And what are the age of our leaders then? former head of state, General Yakub Gowon, was just 29 years old when he was controlling and piloting the affairs of Nigeria. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo was in his early 30s in the 70s when he became the military head of state after the assassination of late General Muritala Muhammad. The present president, General Muhammadu Buhari, was in his 30s when he became the military head of state in the 80s. And those were Nigerian glorious days. If at their tender age they can achieve tremendous success, they could record tremendous success for Nigeria, why is this present generation of Nigerian youths citing age as a factor, openly disclosing that a man in his late 40s has no experience to be the president, is not old enough to be the president? This is a big shame on our parts. Most of the countries that are doing wonderfully okay in the world today, like France, Macron. France president is just about 40. He was just 39 when he became the president of France. The Prime Minister of Canada is in his early 40s. Luxembourg, Austria, many countries like that across the world, they have their presidents in their 30s and 40s. The South Korean president Kim Jong-un is in his early 30s. What is the problem with us? The youth these days, they don't research. They are educated, but they are not informed. It is because they are not informed. That is the reason they don't know the capacity at which Nigeria was operating in the 60s, 70s, 80s, when Nigeria is being governed by much younger people. And they said, if you are not informed, you are practically and systematically deformed. A lot of Nigerian youths these days are educated, but they are mentally deformed because they don't know what is happening across the world. I see a lot of outspoken, well-articulated Nigerians, well-educated, but they are still leaning towards these old people who have little or no idea to project Nigeria to where it should be. You have wonderful opportunity of new generation of youth presidential candidates, but instead of you to associate with them, instead of you to encourage them, instead of you to support them, you were showing loyalty, commitment, and affiliation to people who have engaged Nigeria before and they could not deliver Nigeria. So it is so sad that Nigerians, most especially the youth, they have decided to remain in their wilderness, and nobody should be blamed for this. God will not send an angel down. He has sent angel in our midst, and we never show love, we never respect them. Prayer will never solve our problem. Great Britain, France, America, Germany, and most of the first-class countries of the world today, the youth stood up at a particular point in time that they have to take their own destiny in their own hands. But today, in 2019, Nigerian youths are yet to differentiate between their left and their right. Why are Nigerian youths prefer evil more than good? Why are Nigerian youths prefer darkness more than light? Why are Nigerian youths decided to choose ignorance instead of wisdom? What is our problem? I would like to use this opportunity to encourage Nigerian youth to stop all these evils, to stop all these malicious and stupidity acts of expressing hatred, chronic hatred towards themselves. Instead, they should learn to love, radiate love, show love, live in love among themselves. They said nothing can overcome the will of the people. As soon as Nigerian youths decide to operate and live in love, there's still a better tomorrow for them. There's still a better tomorrow, and I encourage all Nigerian youths to start living in love as from this moment. Even if you get it wrong this time around, you can still get it right in the future. If we love ourselves, we should project ourselves. It's only someone who understands your feelings, who really understand where the shoe hurts. Those are the people that could bring the desired change. But as you have chosen to remain in wilderness, maybe, probably, God's willing, your mumu will be done one day. Please, I want you all, as many of you that come across this video, to like this video and share to rescue and deliver, emancipate, and free Nigerian youths from the bondage of oppression which they willingly engage themselves in. Thank you. God bless.